In this beginner's guide for the Insta360 X6, we're going to learn how to shoot with the X6 in the fastest and easiest way possible. How? By focusing on the most important techniques. In about 5 minutes, you're going to learn everything you need to know to shoot with the X6 confidently, even if you've never shot with a 360 camera before. To warm up, let's shoot with the X6 as if it's your smartphone or traditional action cam. The point is, you're going to see a lot of similarities but also some important advantages. Now for this exercise, we're going to use flat video mode. Here's how to change shooting modes. Now to change shooting modes, we're going to press this shooting mode button, then we'll press flat, and then swipe until we see video. Then to change the resolution or frame rate, we press this button. And for now, I'm going to choose 4K 25. I'll tell you why later. Swipe down, and now we're ready to shoot. To start recording, we can press either the record button on the screen or the one on the side of the camera. So once I start recording, all I have to do is point the camera at the subject, in this case me, and you can see that it's very simple as shooting with your smartphone. But even in this most basic mode, you can still see some advantages. Here, look, I can roll the camera in any direction or even upside down, and the horizon will remain level. In addition, I can switch between the forward view and rear view in real time by pressing this button. This is really useful when you're vlogging and you want to capture B-roll at the same time so you can show what you're talking about. So as you can see, shooting with the X6 can be as easy as shooting with your smartphone, but with more versatility. Now, how would you like to shoot with even better stabilization? Let me show you. Now, a lot of you already shoot with gimbals for stabilized videos. Turns out the X6 is good for that too. Let me show you. So for this exercise, we're going to shoot in InstaFrame 2.0. So you know how gimbals have stabilization modes? Well, the X6 has them too. Now from this screen, you can choose the resolution or frame rate by tapping this button. So InstaFrame also has stabilization modes up here, and you can choose from roll and tilt lock, roll lock, or FPV mode. So for this exercise, let's use roll and tilt lock. Check this out. I can rotate the camera in any direction and the horizon will remain level. But in addition, I can also tilt the camera forward or backward and the tilt will remain level. Now, what if you want that tilt stabilization, but you wanted the camera to point somewhere like up or down? Well, on the X6, it's really easy. All you have to do is drag the screen. For example, I can have it point all the way down. Now, some gimbals also have subject tracking, and the X6 has that too. Let me show you. So to track a subject on the X6, all I have to do is double tap on the subject, in this case me. So with subject tracking, the X6 can follow me regardless of where the camera is aimed at. I can even put sideways or tilt it in any direction. It will still track me. And this tracking is not just for people, it's also for objects. I found that the tracking has a bit of a lag, which puts the subject a bit off center. My workaround is to shoot in 2.35:1 aspect ratio. This lets me crop to put the subject in the middle of the frame. With auto tracking and amazing stabilization, you can see that the X6 is a very powerful tool, but notice that when I'm shooting like this, my arms look freakishly long and my hands look huge. Why is that? That's because of perspective distortion. But don't worry, the X6 is a much better way to shoot for vlogging. Let me show you. So for this exercise, we're going to need a selfie stick like the one that came with the Essentials bundle. Now, I'm still in the exact same mode in InstaFrame, but check it out. This time, my arms look proportional. And did you notice anything else? That's right, the selfie stick disappeared. That's because this space between the two lenses, that's called the stitch line, and it acts like a blind spot for the X6 or other 360 cameras. And so if you have a selfie stick that's thin enough to fit between the two lenses, then it disappears from view and it looks like you're shooting with an invisible flying camera. Now that stitch line is very cool, but you have to watch out for it. Why? Let me show you. So I'm going to turn the X6 so that the stitch line is aimed at my face. Watch what happens. Doesn't look too good, does it? So yes, that stitch line is very cool for making selfie sticks disappear, but you have to watch out for it because anything that crosses that stitch line near the camera is going to look a little bit distorted. So bottom line, make sure to point that stitch line away from important subjects while you're shooting. Because selfie sticks are so useful for 360 cameras, one of my favorite accessories is this foldable selfie stick right here. So I can fit the selfie stick in my pocket and it extends to almost 4 feet long. So if you had the previous version of this foldable selfie stick, this one is even longer for more versatility in composition. I also like how this lens cover doubles as a wrist strap. And the new foldable selfie stick has an upgraded remote control that works very well with InstaFrame 2.0. With this remote, I can switch between front view or rear view in real time. And I can also track subjects. Now, so far, all the shooting modes I've shown you are in flat video mode. So you can use that video straight out of the camera, just plug it into your editor or share it directly on social media. But what if you wanted to capture multiple subjects at the same time? For that, you're going to need to shoot in 360 video mode or shoot in InstaFrame and turn on 360 video backup. Then you can edit your shot in Insta360 app or in Insta360 Studio. To learn how to do that, check out this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in 360.